Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're going to talk about a couple updates to the map and how to move around. So this is a RiseToWar guide. I'm going to explain some stuff to you about how the new maps work. They've done updating with the new areas. This is relevant for a lot of the new game modes, or all the game modes have been updated this map. And visually, there is some stuff I like about it. Visually, there's some stuff I don't like about it. Like, around the edges, it actually looks a little bit more crude. But the actual details on the rivers and where you go for physical gameplay mechanics are way better to see now. Okay, so I'm going to explain that to you right now in this video. Hopefully it helps you out, so you kind of know what to do and where to go. So basically, let's start with... So you can see these are all our lands. So right now we're obviously quick. Everyone run over this topic. I always say run over. Quick overview, I should say. Purple is usually Angmar. Linden is usually blue. Okay, this color. The darker blue. The lighter blue is usually Gondor. Okay, this weird, really light blue is usually Erebor. So we've got three blues, so don't get confused on that. Usually when you hover them and go down, you can see who they are. This lighter yellow is the Elves, Lothlorien team, also Mirkwood, they're kind of mixed together. We also have Rune is this orange, we have Mordor, which is this dark red, and we have green, which is this dark green down here, is Rohan, they're kind of stuck in the corner down here, the poor guys. And then, of course, this tealish color is Arnor. Now, you might notice that we are missing the Varangs, and we are missing Isengard. Where did they go? Well, apparently they just removed them from the game, okay? So, I don't know if this is in every game mode yet, but it seems like it's been updated. This is a newer season I just started. So, the capital of Orthanc, so usually our capital would have been Numinos, right? Because that would make sense. But it's very, very close to the capital of Linden, right? It's like right next door. And I think what they wanted to do was Isengard wasn't played a whole lot, even though I feel for my Isengard friends, because there's a couple of my viewers who are big Isengard fans. I'm very sorry, and that is very, very a bummer. But I would rarely see in a season Isengard have a lot of players, and the only way to really succeed through this gap of Rohan and the Entwash here in Eisen was to really be a very, very big team. Because you had to take over quickly to kind of hold your own, or you get ran over through the Gap of Rohan by either Angmar, Arnor, or Linden, right? Which are usually all big factions, all right? It's just people like them. They like their units. They like where they are, where they start, right? So again, one of the main goals, if you're a newer player, for all the teams, this is the end game goal, is to take Dol Guldur, right? With your fellowship and your faction, right? Your goal is to take that, all right, for everyone new to the game. So think of this game, it's just a big risk board. The way you take new locations is take the defending circles, these little circles you see, right? Whether they be red or blue. Blue just means they're ours. Red means enemies on them. But they when you click on them, they show what region they control, right? So you can kind of know that's not too hard to follow, right, for my newer viewers of this game who are checking it out. And then it is really important to be in a big group. I gotta tell you, if you're brand new, you're just playing free to play, this game does have an aspect of pay to win at times, but it can also be very fun. It is the best phone game I've ever found that is very enjoyable to play still. It doesn't feel like you just have to spend money. You still, if you want to be competitive, you might want to do a little bit. I explained in one of my guide videos what's the best ways to just spend a tiny bit of money where you're not spending a lot of money, a couple dollars a week or something. But it's really overall very fun to play, but I would recommend trying to find a group to play with. You can find a fellowship that has 100 people and they're all decently active. You'll get stuff done, right? You may not be 2 or 3 giant fellowships over here, but you'll be able to hold your land and have a blast. But even if you're free to play, you can still have fun just taking tiles around your base. It's quite, I find that quite fun still, and learning and stuff and experimenting with the commanders and the different units, and it's just really, really, that's cool, right? But continue on with the exploring of the map. One of the new things that's really important in 2.0, the big update to this game that we had recently, is the traveling. So when you travel in this game from point A to point B, so for example, I'm going to show you. See how this river is here? I'm going to tell Balin here and his group that's on this forest tile to move over to this tile. So I'm going to say move or march, okay? And if you notice, when I say march, it shows me this travel line. And if you notice, it's actually, excuse me, I'm making the wrong person travel. I wanted Balin to travel, not Falcon. Where's Ballin? Wrong person. There we go. So you can see Ballin's line is now saying he's going to have to walk all the way along here, turn left, go all the way down here, turn here, go to the crossing where the boats are, go across the boats, go to the road, go all the way down, all right, get off the road, go straight across here, and take that tile, even though it's really close to me. Back in the original game, you could just go across and take that tile, right? It was just a limit range. There wasn't any real obstacles of rivers, okay, or mountains. Those weren't real obstacles in the beginning game. Now, does this add to the game that they did this? I think it's pretty cool, but there was some frustrations when they first added it. The map was very not helpful in this manner. It helped you with this, but it wasn't super helpful in other ways. Guess what else you can do, by the way? You can click on this little negative up here when you're in this mode of travel before you click check, which is right behind my camera down here in the corner. Here, let's freak you guys out and put me over here. See how over there, there's a little check mark? Well, you can also click this negative up here in the top right, and it'll bring you up to this like tactician mode. You can click it again, and it brings you up to this, and it'll actually explain where the arrow lines are going. So if I went a lot farther, I could really show you. And then you click plus to go back. All right. Go to spot. Whoop. All right. So that's really cool. You can also always click on this map over here, and it'll you can kind of see when you're moving. There's a little mini writer up there in the top right. But what if I want to go? Let's say I want to travel way over here with Ballin. Now, for one, I'm not going to be able to travel there without going to a fort. So let's say I'm going to send one of my guys to go to this fort we have here. Where is it? Oh, I missed it. Trying to find it. Let's see. Oh, we haven't built it yet. We're building the fort. Well, that's just fine because I actually have a base right here. So we'll go to this one. So I'm going to say move, and I'm going to send one of my units there. So I'm going to probably send this guy to go there. Okay. So now I'm going to go up, hit the little negative up there in the top, right? Go to your map here. Whoop. Now you're in the tactician mode. Okay, where you can kind of see everything. You're going to click it again. And now you can see it's going to explain exactly where my guy is going to walk to get there. Okay? So he is here. So actually I didn't realize he's not even on my base. My base is over here, up at the top by this river. He's actually here. So why don't we use someone different to do this? Just so I can give you a better. And by the way, if you're stuck in this mode like this, you just have to like zoom in with your fingers on the screen. And if you're using an emulator, for me, it's double click and you just pull the mouse forward or back. And it should zoom you in. Should. It's struggling. It's trying to do it. There it goes. Okay, there it goes. Okay. So just so you guys know how to navigate that up and down. It can be a little confusing. You don't click the little negative plus to go back. So I'm going to go ahead and move instead. I'll move Imrahil here. So I'm going to click the negative before I click check down there to make him move. Now you can see exactly where he has to walk. So he has to go up and cross that crossing. Then he has to go down this little thing, cross this crossing, all right? Go along this whole edge in this road. Go across this crossing. Then he has to go over here and go across this main crossing. These big ones are huge crossings. The anchors are little crossings. These ones are big defensible crossings, which kind of help divide up the map. I'll explain that in a moment. And then he'll go along this road, and he'll go across this major crossing, loop around these mountains that are here, and go to the spot. Whew. You see how confusing that can get? So the bonus to the new map, and especially this map for traveling or using the regular map, is that when they redid it, it shows you where kind of the land splits up and where you actually have to travel. So you see here, to actually travel from this area to this area, the only way to get to this area is to use this big main crossing. I'll show that on the big map. But let's say you're over here. You're going to have your character travel, and there's probably no crossing here. So you'll travel to this crossing to get across, okay? So as you can see here, there's two crossings here. You can cross through, all right? These crossings, you have to go like this. They're like boat crossings. It goes through to go to there. And you kind of get the point. You could travel through here. You could notice these are little areas you could be hidden in, but you have to loop around these spots to keep going, wherever the main road is, if you're there. There's some mountains here, which they don't really fully explain, but you'll see that your little thing loop around sometimes when you're traveling. That's something you'll just kind of have to learn as you play. But again, having it where all these rivers are actually at, so like again, if I click right here, I can't do it from this map because this is the one showing the other thing. So I'm going to zoom back in here. So I am going to go ahead and have him march. So have him start marching. But if I go to the regular map, which is now behind my screen here where my face is, that little button. If I go to the regular map, and let's say I just go to right here, and I click as close as I can. By the way, there is a minus and plus on this map as well, so those are two different maps. One is only accessible when you're trying to travel with a commander, okay? So just keep that in mind. So then I'm going to say go, and if you notice, oh, look at that. There's the spot. It's an uncrossable waterway, and there's a mountain right there, right? And it goes all the way out to the ocean, just like it showed on the map. All right, so it goes to show you will not be able to cross anywhere right here. Your character's going to have to walk around it, right? So that's what they've done a really good job with this new map. So hopefully this helped you out just a little bit with understanding how to travel in this game. And then if you also see, so there's crossings which are the anchors, and there's occasional, these triangles are these locations you have to capture before they allow you to capture, I believe, the path house to travel. And I think you have to have them before you cap the keep, like take the keep, from what I remember, these triangles for some areas. Some areas don't have them, some of them do. You can see like Rundar just has one keep, that's it. But you can see here they have a path house you have to take, then you can take the keep. I believe that's still how that works. I don't know if they updated that. Let me know in the comments if you know that or not. I don't know that off the top of my head right now, because they've done a couple other updates. But if you're in a fellowship, other people will know. They can show you that. It's pretty self-explanatory. But if they won't let you take the keep, that's why you need to take the little house next to it, called the little post house, okay? And then there's these little circles. These are like crossings, but they're tunnels, okay? Tunnels travel through the mountains. So you can see there's a tunnel here, there's a tunnel through here, and also if you go to the tunnels or the crossings, there's a button you can click on them that'll show you the other side. It's this little like swishy arrows. You can click it, it'll show you where the other side of the tunnel is, okay? You can do the same thing with crossings. So for example, if I go to this crossing here, which is by my base, it's pretty you kind of know where the other crossing is, right? If I click on this one and click, it's going to show me it's right there. But let's go to a little bit more daunting of a crossing. Let's go down here to this one. All right, so if I'm at this crossing and I'm like, well, I see the little things where it travels right through the water, but let's see, where does it actually go? Oh, okay, so that you can it help you like navigate where you have to. There's the next crossing on this island. Where does it go? Oh, there you go. Now you're at the main island down here. Okay. Hopefully that I think that covers a good amount of stuff with map navigation, at least the very basics. I hope that helps you guys out if you're brand new to the game, or if you just want a little fresher with how the new maps updated. So have a great day in Middle-earth, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And as always, I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, at your service and your families. Stay happy, my friends, and I'll see you in the next ones. Thanks to my Patreons right there. They're the best. See you in the next ones, guys. Thanks for subscribing.